Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. I, gee, it is a fast moving pace, isn't it? This is about at least the fourth reading that I've started to do this week. I mean, I've had almost everything, even had my notes down, had everything done, and then addicted to I couldn't quit watching the news, and every time I'd start to read, everything would change. It's been an up and down week. It's been like being on a roller coaster or something. Just up and then down, but some really good things happened today, and I was so glad that Marie came in and testified today because the card said she was going to, but when I went to bed last night, I just thought, well, maybe I was wrong, but anyway, she did show up, and bless her heart, she was really the hero of the day. Or is that a heroiness? No, that's not a name. Heroine of the day. Oh, gee. Anyway, it's close to midnight here, and I probably should have been in bed 3 hours ago, but I wasn't. Anyway, quick reading on both of them, and then I'm just going to do 4 cards across on both of them to see who's going under the bus first, to see which one of them's going to start squealing first. Trump's already started that he doesn't even know Rudy. He's not sure now all of a sudden he's not sure Rudy's his lawyer or not. Typical Trump. It's not even funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's so pathetic. It's ridiculous. When it would be funny if it was a reality show or something, and it wasn't true. But since it is our politics, there's nothing funny about it. But he is very predictable. People know all of his behaviors now, and they know what's coming next, but what's going on with this investigation hasn't hit me this week like them starting a war in Syria. What it was is he just literally gave Syria to Putin. And I'm sure he owed him from the election, and he was trying to pay him for this next election because he's going to help him. And Putin's been angry with him anyway, if you can believe the rumors, off and on quite a bit, because he wasn't coming through. He didn't get those sanctions lifted. Well, he didn't get the sanctions lifted, but he just gave him Syria, so. And maybe started World War III. God, let's hope not. But before this is all over, this may have been the start of it. And what really turned your stomach is there was 11,000 Kurds, 11,000 or more, that already have lost their life, fighting right alongside of us. I mean, they were doing the fighting, we were just doing the instructing. I think we lost 2 people, maybe 3 at the most, if we lost any. I can't quite remember, but I know it wasn't more than 3 people in this whole thing, because they were just the instructors, and the Kurds were doing all the fighting. They took ISIS and just totally squelched it, and now they'll be letting all those people out, so that evil will be back, just like all the other evil that Trump. He almost reminds me of a demon. I've been trying to figure out what to call him through all these readings, and I think I should have just been calling him a demon. And I don't even believe in demons. I mean, I know there's some really bad things out there, but I've always just surrounded myself with light and angels and told myself they're not there. But I'm beginning to wonder now. There's already been 100,000 people that's already been displaced over there just in the last 3 days. Could you imagine that? Just because of one asshole saying something, you have to take your children and whatever you can put on your back and take to the roads, and now there's not even anywhere for those poor Kurds to go. There's nowhere for them to go. But anyway, I hate to keep being gloom and doom, but what I said as soon as he thought he was really going to get impeached or get kicked out of there that he'd start a war. Well, he didn't just start bombing Iran like I thought he might. Instead of he just started a war in Syria right through the back door and gave it to Putin. Anyway, let's quit talking about that. We don't need to talk about that. I'm going to throw that over there. Whatever, I don't even want it up here. Get rid of all that. At least try to get, I guess we could all say a prayer for those poor people. And when you think about it during the day, just send them angels of protection. Just consciously send angels of protection over there to get around those family and those people. Anyway, I'm just going to do a real quick reading tonight. And not so much on people I even like or whatever. Not on anybody I like. I'm going to do Rudy Giuliani. And I think I was going to do Trump, but everybody knows what he's doing. He's just throwing mountains and mountains of crap up against the wall to see what's going to stick. And nothing he's saying much is sticking, but at least he split the news down two sides by starting this war. Nobody's paying that much attention to it because of all the sensational stuff coming out on the other side. But let's do Rudy first. I'm going to see. I'm sure he's going to end up with his butt in jail. I think it was kept coming out before that he was going to end up in jail, and I kept thinking, well, I know he's a real live asshole, but what in the hell is he going to end up in jail for? Well, it looks like for a lot of things. Couldn't think of a better place for him. Unless he was sharing a cell with Trump, that would be a better place for him. Anyway, I already shuffled these, so let's... Rudy. I'm gonna... Okay, we'll cut them. I don't know what a difference it makes, but... Rudy. Well, what's on his mind, some woman... I'd say it's probably that Maria, the one that testified today. I can't think, I know her name. It ends with a bitch. But I didn't say bitch, I said bitch. But anyway, this is the lady that testified today. Besides all his buddies getting arrested, he's worried about her. He's really worried about her. Well, my next readings across is going to be who was going to throw who where, and it looks like he might be giving up information quicker than Trump, from the looks of this. Looks like he's already thinking about giving up anything he knows. He acts like anything he did is all right. He's not going to be in trouble for it because Trump told him to anyway, so maybe he'll just start talking like he always does. Who knows? Maybe he'll even tell some truth. And the foundation of this is the fool. If he thinks he's going to get out of this by just running his mouth, he might get some time off or some kind of favorability for running his mouth off, but he's a fool if he thinks it's going to get him out of it. Well, this fool's still beating his drum. And he knows justice is coming out after him. If he didn't before today, he does now, but he's known now. Just recently, it's finally dawned on him his ass is in big trouble. He's wondering, this is so funny because he ought to know better. He's wondering if the Trump family's going to save him. if his association with the president is going to save him and get him out of this. He's a liar, he's a schemer, he's behind all this stuff. He plays the fool all the time. But I don't think he is a fool. Just like they're talking about how naive Trump was. But anyway, he really thinks that the president and his families are whatever, just being high, being up that high in our government's going to save his ass. Good luck. God, I can't believe he didn't think that he'd be thrown under the bus just like the other attorney was. God, how quick there have been so many names out there now I can't remember everybody's name. Interesting. And he also for this spread, this is immediate future. We got the magician. He also thinks no matter what happens that between him and Trump, they can just get their way right out of this. They'll just talk, throw more crap up and throw more shit up, and that people are going to believe. I don't know what he thinks is going on, but I don't think he's going to be able to mesmerize or get out of this. I don't think either one of them is going to get out of this totally. I think they're going down. Yeah, he's going to be going away. He's thinking of going away already. He's thinking that he wished that he'd have been with those other two guys and they'd have went a day earlier and all got on the plane and just left there. Went somewhere where they couldn't bring him back. Definitely. This is his self. This is what's going on right now with him. He's wishing he could just go away. He's really, after all of his gaslighting, grandstanding, everything he's been doing, he's wishing he could just get out of this. You know what? He might even be in danger. That's what I'm thinking. This is the overseas card, so he'd like to get away to overseas. In fact, he's already got a hold of somebody overseas. He's trying. I don't think that he would, in any way, shape, or form, ever try to get out of the country, because he's still enjoying this too much and thinks that he's going to get out of all this. But he's already thought about he's already talked to people overseas and talked about leaving with these two cards right here. So we got the and his hopes and fears. He knows he's too old to go to jail, and he knows he's going there. If there's any justice at all, and this card's right under justice, the way I do my layout for this particular spread. Yep, he's worried about going to jail. What if justice is blind and he really gets put where he shouldn't be? He's really worrying about it. And we got the Nine of Wands upside down. So that's his future. He's going to fall. He's going to fall. He's going to fall off that horse. It's upside down. It's going away. So that's what's going on with Rudy. Bill Barr, but I want to do one on Bill Barr because I think he's coming into this thing. You don't get sucked right into the middle of it right away. He's going to be I have a feeling he's going to be trying to resign. That's just my feeling. I don't know why, but he knows it's getting hot in there. So that's what I feel like is going on with him, but who knows. I was going to do Trump and Rudy, but I'm going to do Bill Barr and Rudy. They both got mentioned in that phone call. And Bill Barr is trying to act like you don't know it. He's over having dinner with the people at Fox News. He's right. He's in all this right up to his nose. I don't know. I've never thought of having a person in his position go rogue before like him. And all the time that I've followed government stuff, I just never thought about it. I never thought about it. they were all over Obama's Attorney General anytime he even sneezed. Okay, let's cut him. And this is Bill Barr. Well, it doesn't make any difference. He's wishing he'd have went away. That's what's going on with him, the signifier. He should have went away before. He should have went away. Should have never went in there, but he should have went away right after he put all that Mueller stuff out and got caught and all that stuff. That'd have been a good time for him to get out of there. So that's what he's thinking tonight. He's thinking, I should have got my ass out of here when the getting was good. I knew where this was going. And the obstacle, what kept him from getting out of there, was Trump telling him that they were going to win all this, and they were all winners, and they were going to end up getting rid of anybody in government that knew anything about government, and just talking about a deep state. If there's such a thing, that's what they've been working towards. And you know, even though he puts out a little bit of dirt on Trump, dumps a little bit every once in a while, Rex Tillerson's the one that started firing everybody that had anything to do with government that was in the White House or around there. He's the one that started making a skeleton crew out of all of our agencies that needed people in there for oversight. So him and Trump didn't hit it off, and he got out of there, and he thought Trump was an idiot. But I just wonder if he wasn't right in the middle of whatever plan this is to turn our democracy into a like oligarchy, or I don't know what you'd call it, but where it's like whatever, just one man in control of a bunch of rich people dealing out money. But anyway, yeah, when he was thinking about going, right after he got started in this, and right after he seen that report and trying to figure out what to do with it, and Trump telling him what to do with it, Trump told him everything would be okay. Just go ahead and do it my way, and it's all going to turn out. And he kind of drank the Kool-Aid too, I guess. Thought with his help that they, between the two of them, they had it made. I got these cards upside down. And the foundation is the Hermit. Before this is all over, he might even be doing some jail time. He's going to try to go into hiding or something. He's going to try to just keep his mouth shut and stay out of this, and I don't know if he's going to get that choice or not. In the recent past, he just thought he was the winner. He thought he was the king of the parade. I was trying to think of what we used to call them, the people that honored a parade, the one that always went in front. But you don't hear that word much anymore. But anyway, he thought that he was just the cat's meow. Anything he did was just fine and he could get away with. And he had nostalgia for when he had all the power back in Pappy Bush's time, when he was Bush's Attorney General. Thought he could maybe go back there. He did a lot of shady things then too. There was a lot of bad stuff he got into then. I don't know why everybody just thought he had aged, so he had changed. The ones that voted him in there, I don't know what they were thinking. I have an idea what they were thinking. But in the immediate future, I don't think they're going to let him say too much about this. I think he might be worried about going to jail. Got the Eight of Swords here. He's thinking about that he could be in jail. He realizes that he's done enough to put him in jail. They're not after him right now. And they're not after, whatever. If they really had the authority they should have them all, Mike Pompeo, him, and all of them up on impeachment. But anyway, he's thinking that, yeah, he could end up in jail. And he's, God, these things, like, he's weighing his options here. He's thinking he's got all these different options and all these different things that he, got the Seven of Cups here, everything, all these different things that he can do to get out of this. But I don't think, sometimes that's a smoke and mirrors card, but I just don't think there's enough smoke and mirrors or anything that's going to end up getting any of those guys where they're ever trusted again. And he's laying awake nights worrying about it. That's what's going on around him. He's definitely losing sleep over this, even if he's out dining with the Murdochs. Just where he should be, the people that own Fox News. They're doing such a great job that they're losing anybody there that spoke any truth to power. I can't believe that the people that watch him, whatever, it's like watching a kangaroo court. And his hopes and fears is that real justice will come through. We have temperance here. That's his real hopes and fears. He's scared that real justice will come through. He's thinking that if he just be quiet and kind of hangs back that he won't get involved in this, but he's going to be right in the middle of it before it's through. Yeah. There's 3 of them leaving town. That's the end. That's the 6 of Wands. And if they don't end up in jail, I think that's him and Pompeo, Giuliani. At least they're all going somewhere. And it's not a happy place because that card's upside down. They thought they were the heroes, but they're not. And I want to thank everybody for watching in between here real quick because I'm trying to get this where it's not too long. I want to thank everybody for watching, and damn it. There we go. Yep, I was going to come back about 5 or 6 other times, and I didn't. Well, first of all, my iPad broke. I dropped it and broke the glass in it, and it took me about 5 days to get that all straightened out. I ended up having to replace it. And for somebody that knows nothing about that kind of stuff, it wasn't easy. And I hope the camera's working on this one and everything's getting recorded here. And I'm going to just do a real quick across the top here. I was going to wait and do these last, but I'm going to do these first before I read on these 2 people. Who's going under the bus? Who's throwing who under the bus first? First one across is for Trump throwing Rudy under the bus, and the second one across is for Rudy throwing Trump under the bus. So let's see how that works out. And I want to thank everybody who's watching and everybody that sent wonderful comments, and just want to thank everybody. And I'm glad I'm getting to do this again. I was all set up to do this 3 or 4 times this week, and every time I'd start to do something, the news would change, and I just was addicted to it. So anyway, whoops. Aha. That was left in there for a reading I did the other day. Somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to jail. Now we'll just put that up over the top. That's funny. I guess I better cut these again now because I don't even know how I did it or which way I was going with them there. So, who's throwing who under the bus first? And the first one's going to be is Trump throwing Rudy under the bus. Well, he's been bragging on him in the past. Got the Republican card for the present. Maybe they got some kind of plan. Maybe he thinks Rudy's still going to help him. Or maybe he's going to throw him so quick it's going to help him. He's contemplating something to help him with the Republican Party, and it could be to throw him under the bus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a challenge. Looks like he's thinking about it. He's thinking he can save himself on the white horse. Keep the Republican Party happy if he throws Rudy under the bus right away. And the outcome of that doesn't matter if that's up or down, is the thief. If he does, it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. His ass is even turned toward the devil. If that's what he does, and he does it right away, it's really going to come back to bite him. And so the next, I want to use another deck of cards so the same ones can come out if they... I want to make sure I've got use of all the cards here for the even just to draw 4 out. I just want to see, and I was shuffling these before. So it looks like Trump's going to try to throw Rudy under the bus, and he thinks it's going to save him and keep him up on his high horse if he does it quickly. But it's going to come back and bite him in the ass. It's going to bring out theft in Trump's past before it's through. Like that would surprise anybody. Remember, we got the jail card right above him here. So. Okay, this is Rudy going to throw Trump under the bus? Wow, that's a quick yes. Maybe that's what he's already doing, because he keeps saying that everything he done, he was doing it for the White House. He doesn't really know what to do right now. He's going to see if he has to talk at all, he's going to talk in circles right now, because he really doesn't know what to do. The president, he's got temperance. He's thinking maybe he ought to keep his mouth shut for a change. That would be a big change. The challenge is the Chariot. They're not going to let him, and he can't leave town. So that's the challenge. He's not going to be able to keep his mouth shut, because they're going to subpoena him. If they haven't already, they're going to subpoena him right in there. And hopefully before he gets arrested by New York. I'd say, how will we get another temperance in that deck? Well, he's thinking about throwing Trump under the bus, if there's any way to do it. Maybe by just keep saying he was working under Trump's orders. Really not quite for sure what to do. Actually thinking about keeping his mouth shut for a few days. The challenge is he can't get out of town. He'd love to leave town. And the outcome is Trump, so yeah. I don't know who's going to do it first, but that's what's both on their mind. They're going to see if they can end up blaming it on the other one. If push comes to shove, that's what they're going to try to do. Let's do a real quick one on Mike Pompeo here. See what's going on with that a-hole. See what's going on with him. Boy, I'll tell you. I never seen so much two-facedness going on in my life as what's going on. It is totally ridiculous. Just total two-faced. So, what did I say? Mike Pompeo. Come on, Mike. What's a sweet man like you doing in a place like you're in? Well, you're not just busy going about the government's business. We know that. So is this where you're going? I mean, right now, this signifies you are afraid of going to jail already. You're not going to be able to get this straightened out. This is the apprentice card. Yep. There's a little bit of worry there already in your head about you might end up in the hoose cow. Used to have an uncle that used to get drunk and sing songs about the hoose cow, and that was the jail. I don't know if that's really a word, because he was in Germany during World War II. I don't think that's a word. I think he was always talking. He was a funny man. Anyway, so he's worried about going to jail. Boy, I'm having a time with the cards tonight, keeping them straight. He's worried about going to jail. There's all kinds of, he's getting orders from all over the place. He's getting orders from all over. Bickering going on, bunch of confusion going on at the White House. Bunch of confusion going on at the White House. The king is sick. The king is sick. Got the 5 of Cups at the bottom. He knows it. He knows that Trump is a goner. He may not be saying it yet, but he knows that Trump is a goner. Maybe he's trying to figure out whether to throw him under the bus. Maybe Pompeo will put Trump there before Rudy gets to. Who knows? But yeah, he knows that Trump's a goner. So he knows he should be distancing himself from him. He can't come in there like the mercenary, just yelling and screaming and taking total control, because they're not going to let him. This Marie was so brave today. After her coming in, they're not going to be able to do that. That's what he was thinking he could do yesterday, but he can't do it anymore. So that option's gone. That's why that card's upside down. At the present, in the sky, we got the Knight of Wands. I don't know if he still thinks he's going to be a hero before this is over or what. I don't know how he could be a hero. The only way he could be a hero is if he went in there and confessed all. That's interesting. And in the near future, he is worried about his family. He's worried about his family. And this yes card is awful close to this prison card. He's walking away. He's walking away, walking away, walking away. This whole thing's turned around. This really aggravates me. I'm just going to start putting all these straight, I think. No matter how careful I am, they get turned around. So he's worried about his family. Seriously thinking about just giving up and walking away. He knows that they all got caught with their britches down. They all got caught with them around their ankles, So he's thinking he'll just maybe give up and walk away. That's what's going on with him. Let's see what the environment around him. Lots of things are going to come out about money. There's a dirty money, bad money. There's lots of stuff coming out about money. We got the 10 of coins, big money. I think if he comes across and tells the truth, that he knows he'll be in jail. No wonder that card came up first. Yeah, this is the King of Swords, but this is more like a judgment. That's what he's fearing most. He's fearing judgment. And the last card we got is the sunshine, and he's fearing the sunshine. because he knows that if the light is shined on what's been going on, that his life as he knows it is over. And he knows that it's going to be shined on there because it's already on his way. They're not going to be able to keep this secret. So, I think he might just fess up. I think he might just go in and give the king up. I think he's going to give him up. Sure thinking about it. Sure thinking about it. That's the foundation of the reading. He's trying to figure out if it might help him a little bit with the law. If he gives the king up, tells him where all the money is, does what he can for his family, and just walks away from this now, and offers an olive branch to the United States by getting that truth out there, and setting stuff straight where they can't spend so much shit again. I can't believe that he just, out of everybody that's close to Trump and in his cabinet, whatever, to me, Pompeo is the slimiest one. And he was before he even came in there. Everybody was talking about what a good person he was. And anyway, personally, I've never felt that way. But anyway, that's my reading on him. I hope that, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank everybody. And remember, if you want a personal reading, it's Lynn Tarot Readings at gmail.com.